Good morning, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up, and it is Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. Happy Tuesday. It is time for our Coffee and Cards Creativity Delivered version this morning. So I'll give you just a minute to find me. I was having a little bit of issue connecting this morning. I don't know what's going on, but technology. It's great when it works, right? And when it doesn't, then it just frustrates the heck out of us all, I'm sure. All right. I've been gone for a minute. I was fortunate enough to experience the Stamping Up trip to Mexico. That was fabulous. I am required by SU to mention that less than 1% of the demonstrators earn the trip. And I was blessed enough to be in that grouping that got to go. We had a wonderful time relaxing, and I needed it. We did nothing. We did no pre-planning. We just kind of flew by the seat of our pants. One afternoon, I just laid in the hammock that was on our beautiful balcony and took a nap. So that's always fun. Good morning, Debbie. But yeah, so then I came back fully expecting to be live with you all that Tuesday last week, and I got sick, unfortunately. But I am happy to say that I think as of this morning, I'm 100% recovered, fingers crossed. And so here we are to stamp together. So we're going to hop in. I'm going to do a little business review here, and then we're going to get right into our projects with Painted Lavender, which is one of my favorite products lines. And I was so happy that it carried over into the new catalog. And I guess that's the first thing, right? The new catalog has launched. So it's a little bit different than prior catalogs. This is more of an idea book to kind of get your juices flowing when you're stamping and give you some ideas. There's some sketches in there, which is great because I'm going to use those a lot over the next 12 months. Some brand new products, some carryover product, all kinds of fun things to explore and find in the catalog, as well as a color wheel that can help you match your colors. So some tools are in there for you as well. If you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with and you've missed out on getting that new catalog that launched on May, in the beginning of May, then let me know and we'll see what we can do to get you a catalog, okay? But anyway, so yes, so that is the first thing. The cards that you see in front of me are my Just cards for May, and you can get this class two ways. You can purchase it outright for $20, or you can earn it for free with a minimum $45 product order on my website using the monthly host code. So every month there's a different class, and you can get it when you use that monthly host code. If you add $60 order, or when your order reaches $60, because in a new catalog, that's not hard to do, right? Then you're also going to get the basic gray and smoky slate embellishment pearls. And those are brand new in the new catalog. So you'll get a package of those as well. The $20 purchase price does not include the embellishment. So you'd want to grab those on an order for yourself. But you get everything you need, and you can come to the local class, or you can do the to-go kit. If you notice, these are all created with die cuts, embellishments, embossing, ribbons, etc. So that really all you need to do is add your greetings. So you can add whatever greetings you have. You don't have to use what I have if you're doing this as a to-go class. You can do a local porch pickup, or we can get this in the mail to you. If we're mailing them, we do ask for $4 to help cover the postage to send them out. And they also come with envelopes. Okay. All right. And so then I also wanted to pull these out. These are the cards we did. I think it was a sneak peek, right? Because it was before I left, with the Adventurous Sky product line. I love this stamp set. It's going to be great. Good morning, Sharon. And it's a great masculine set. There's designer series paper that goes along with it. There's some embellishments that go along with it. And the winner of these is Sharon Rowland. So congratulations, Sharon. I will get these popped in the mail to you. Hopefully before I leave town this week, because I am off to Gettysburg down to my retreat house. I've got a club down there in Gettysburg this week, and then I also have a 12-hour retreat on Saturday. So I'm going to rate your name on this. So in the off chance I don't get it out the door before I leave, then I'll remember who gets them. Because, my memory is not what it used to be. Okay, so, and then there's a couple of new kits that have launched. If you missed those, you're going to want to make sure you check those out in the online store. I love this one, the Hello Hollyhock. Let's try that again. Hello Hollyhocks kit. I have not had my coffee yet. Good morning, Carol. Welcome from Connecticut. Thanks for watching. So check these two kits out. They're in the online store. One is the City Sites kit, which looks like a lot of fun. And then if you love flowers, here's another beautiful kit with Hello Hollyhocks. Okay. But today, speaking of beautiful flowers and products, we are playing with the painted lavender products. And so I was very excited because I have had this class planned for a little bit, and with everything else, it didn't make it into the rotation, if you will. So I was thrilled when I saw that the DSP carried over the beautiful designer series paper. And I'm sure you've seen this paper because we did have it in the mini catalog, but it did carry into our annual. So we get to play with it for another full year, which I love. So you, in this class, you receive a half a pack of this pretty paper. I love that one. I know it's kind of just like a background, but I love the color. I'm a purple freak, if you don't know that about me. Okay, so you get a half a pack of the designer series paper. You're also going to receive a full pack of the butterflies. Love these two. You can do so many different things with those. And then a full pack of the shimmer gems, which are no longer available. So I had grabbed some. That's why there's only 5 classes left. Somebody did sign up for it last night at my event. So there's 5 left. So you can grab yours today. The registration link is below. Once you see these cards that we're going to create today, I know you're going to fall in love with them. So let me pull out our pieces. And of course, the feel like somebody was in my boxes here already. The painted lavender stamp set and dies carried over as well. They're no longer bundled, but you can still purchase them if you missed them in the mini catalog. But except for a couple of these, so 2 of these you can do without the stamps and dies. And then these 2, you would need the stamps and dies for this one as well. So if you don't have them, you can grab them. You can actually add them on to your registration, and I will ship them to you with your class. All right, so let's get to making here. We're going to start with this one. I love that we have the purples and we have the Lost Lagoons, the pretty peacocks, all those beautiful colors in this paper that we can pull from, right? This is a little bit of a fun flat fold, right? Just a little shorter with our greeting. And we're going to get some adhesive. And you do get a full color PDF to help you in creating your projects, as well as you'll have this video to go back and refer to, right? But these are not terribly difficult. Everything is cut. If there are punches, like the label here, which is new, or dies that I use, die cuts that I use that are not part of the painted label, or painted lavender products, then they will be done for you in your class kits. So you don't have to have those products in addition to the painted lavender. We're going to go ahead and mount a piece of peacock on the inside. And let's mount the pieces to it first. That'll be a little bit easier. So we're going to take a strap. I hated to cover that side up because I love the side with the Queen Anne's lace. Do any of you have these products? Do you have the painted lavender products? And then this one, we're going to go ahead and stamp. And this happy birthday comes from Magnolia Mood, which I'm happy to say is back in stock. Customer just notified me of that. That was perfect timing for me because last month's Creativity Delivered was Magnolia Mood. So of course it went out of stock. But a few folks had that or went ahead and got the class and then are picking up the bundle now that it's back in. Now we can put this on the inside of our card. I did get the punch. You don't have this set, Carol? Oh, it's a beautiful one now. Yes, it is very pretty. I did get the punch, Debbie, because even though the bundle comes with the 3 labels or the 3 dies for the label, I still think I can punch faster than die cut. I do. So that's why I went this route. I may regret it, and I might get the other one that's in the catalog with the die cuts, and then I'll see. But I just think that, plus I can sit in front of the TV and punch. And when you're, doing multiples for classes or events and things like that, it's kind of nice not to have to sit at the stamp table to do everything, right? So that's why I went with the punch. Is it, Sharon? I know, it's so pretty. Yes, good for you guys. Good for you guys. Well, then this class is right up your alley, right? All right, so we're just gonna stamp. Hope your day is filled with joy. That comes from Heartfelt Hexagon. I believe that punch is back in stock too. That has been out for a while. I have a customer waiting on that. So these cards are not meant to stress you out. They're supposed to be kind of quick and easy for you to put together so that you can add some beautiful projects to your arsenal. And then you will get what you need to create the project. By the way, did I mention you get enough supplies to make 2 of each of the cards for, what does that come out to? 2 times 4, Lori, 8. Hi, Betty. Oh, what a week away does to you, right? I was getting sick when I got back. When I finally got back into my studio, I was like, I picked up my seal and I just kind of looked at it for a minute and I went, it has been 11 days since I've held adhesive in my hand. I don't think I could say that in the last 20 years since becoming a demonstrator. So you will get enough of these cute little embellishments to make 2 cards, but you won't get a full pack of these. Just going to add a few accents there. And that's it. That one is completed. And I do, like I said earlier, I love the fact that we have the purples and the greens to give us the options. Okay. All right, so that's project number 1. Let's see which one I have in the lineup next. I always line my project boxes up to my right. I had club last night, so I'm hoping I didn't pull something. Hey, Carol Deegan, good to see you. Pull something that I need, but I don't think I did. Okay, we're going to play with this now. So we have Blackberry Bliss. That's also one of the Shimmer Gem colors, which pairs beautifully with our paper, of course. So let me ask you a question. I'm in this polling mood these days. When you come to watch a video, whether it's with me or another Stampin' Up or another crafter, whatever, what are you wanting to see? What are you looking for specifically? Or do you have any specific things that you're looking for? It's just kind of like fun to see what other folks are doing. I grab a piece of scrap here because we're going to end up stamping off this paper. And I better unbury my cleaner too, because I'm going to need that. All right, so we're going to start with Blackberry Bliss and the spray of flowers. I want to leave enough room at the top so that, you know what, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to start in the middle and then I'll be able to position a little bit better. What do you think? And I am going to off stamp that so all that ink does not end up in my scrub pad. So we're going to go with the Gorgeous Grape first. I really thought my cat was going to come entertain us. I was setting up and he was right here. Okay. Okay, we're having that kind of a morning, aren't we? Let's try that one more time. Did I stump you with that question? There we go. That's what we were looking for. Scrapbooking. Are you looking for scrapbooking at all? We're going to have some scrapbooking products coming, which I'm very excited about. Even though I'm not a scrapbooker, I was when I started stamping. I did scrapbooking. I even had a scrapbooking club, but I'm not a picture person, so it's really hard to scrapbook. Now we're bringing in Blackberry Bliss. Okay. And we're going to grab some I'm trying to see where that stamp is right there. We're going to grab some Old Olive. Okay, that's good feedback. All right, good. Good, good, good. We're just going to add the stems to these. And then, that was not the stamp that I used, but that's the one we're going to use today. And then we're going to come in with some grass to fill in some of this white space down here. Right. Definitely use that stamp if you get the class and are creating this card, because it does give you a little fuller greenery. I'm not sure where that stamp is because it was not in the kit. We will mount this for the card front. The other thing that I did with this particular class is I left some of the insides open for you so that you can create a for you card into any type of card that you want, right? It doesn't have to be not that you couldn't change it up anyway with your stamps at home, but I did leave them blank. And sometimes we want to write a personalized message. And then we're going to do the for you. In the Blackberry Bliss, but you could choose to do one of the other colors. You probably want somebody that doesn't make as many boo-boos as I'm making. Okay. Today. Hey, Julie, good to see you. Very good. Okay. So it sounds like card making. I do a simple stamping on Sunday nights over on my Facebook page. So I should try to download that and see if I could load it up over here. Okay, so there is our card with some stamping done on it. And then we're going to bring in some of those gems. And so you have Blackberry Bliss, Gorgeous Grape, and Highland Heather on here. And we're going to use Blackberry Bliss and Highland Heather colors in the gems. And there we go. There's project number 2. Okay. All right, moving on to project number 3. And that one is this one. So I'm using the new basic beige, which I have to tell you, I absolutely love. And I was talking about this Sunday night. I really wish they would bring back our neutrals. If you've been around Stamping with Stampin' Up for a while, then you remember we used to have what we called neutrals, and it included vanilla and white. We had white neutral and very vanilla neutral. And I think they would be perfect with this basic beige. Would be a nice complement. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and do some layering, and then we'll do the focal image. And all your cardstock is pre-cut in your kits, but your designer series paper will not be. So you will have the measurements to go ahead and cut the designer layers from your half a pack that you're going to receive. Sometimes it's hard to cut that designer paper, isn't it? And then we don't have our purple ribbon anymore, so I used just a strip of cardstock, which I'm going to choose to heat emboss. You could absolutely stamp it in black or a darker color and not worry about the heat embossing if that's not your thing. Let me grab my heat embossing goodies. Yes, I love it too. You've made some beautiful cards with it, Betty. I've been fortunate enough to receive some of those. I would say this is probably the most involved project in the class. And it's not difficult. It just has a few extra steps, especially if you're going to do the heat embossing, right? If you're not going to do that, then you're probably good. That is silver. We don't want silver. We want white. It looks like if you've been anxiously awaiting the arrival of our heat embossing products, looks like they're going to come back in within the next month. So if you're missing having heating embossing powder specifically, oh, that's weird. They are coming back. So that's a good thing, right? Okay. Now, they tell me you don't hear this heat tool when I turn it on. So I'm hoping that's true. But this is a little greeting. And this is of course not in the painted lavender set, so you can substitute whatever greeting you would like. You can do another for you, or could you hear the tool? Was it blowing up in your ears? By the way, this is our embossing kit, and I love it. I didn't have it for a long time because I had the old stuff, and I finally treated myself one time, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I love having the brush, having the tray." I got rid of the cap because to me, I just had to take it on and off all the time. Hey, Corinne. And these tweezers, I almost said scissors. Oof. Maybe I'm not quite as healthy as I thought I was. They're fabulous too. And they're great for holding those tiny little pieces when you're heating medicine. So that is definitely a treat to have all those goodies when I do that. All right. We're going to mount this edge to edge to the gorgeous grape in the background. And then I can actually go ahead. Ooh, this was cut with a bad blade, I can see. So we used to sell these sanding blocks. This one's been around, as you can tell, for quite a while. But if you ever have that happen with your cardstock and it kind of frays when you cut it, first of all, it's either time to clean your trimmer or it's time to replace your blade, right? You can get a nail buffer, is basically what they are. I think I got a pack off of Amazon for like $10. Actually, Sharon, if you look below in the description of the video, the registration's right there and it'll give you all the information. That is really weird that you can hear me, but you can't hear the. I'm glad. I'm happy about that. But that is weird. It's got to be something to do with Zoom's noise filtering, right? All right. Now, I did go ahead and I cut two of these, stamped and cut two of these out since there was three, because I didn't think you needed to see me sit here and do that. That's, again, I reference things like that to watching paint dry, right? So we're just going to do two of these. Oh, there's the other. No, I'll mix the stems up. That's okay. We're all good. We got it. That's what happened. You betcha. And if you don't see it, Sharon, just let me know. I'll be happy to send you the information. And it'll also be, unless it fills by then, it'll also be in Friday's email. So I'm going to put this here. And then we're going to do the two-step for the blossom with the gorgeous grape and the hiding heather. And we'll put that up there. You can do two-stepping either way. I tend to do the more solid image first with the Highland Heather. And then we'll do the detail with the gorgeous grape. So pretty, I think. Oh, that's cool. Okay, good. I see. I think the dollar stores are all different. Like, I think you guys see things in your dollar stores that we don't necessarily have around here, and vice versa. Because I have never seen sanding block in the dollar store. Well, you know what? Did you get it over with like the makeup, nail polish, all those kinds of things, or did you get it in the crafty area? Because I don't think to look over there, to be honest with you, but I should. I should. Okay, so if you've never watched me before, my die cutting machine is over to my left. I do not bring it into camera simply because I don't want to shake you. Like, if somebody has motion sickness, that could make you a little nauseous if the camera all of a sudden started shaking. So I have a little table that sits to my left. And that's where I do. Bring it back in here. And I use my Post-it note tape always, almost always now, right? To make sure everything stays in place. It's crazy. Oh, you found it in hardware. Okay. I don't see it there. I would never thought to look, but of course, that makes sense. Here we go. This is one that has not made it to magnetic sheets yet, but it will. After doing over 500 stamp sets for my retreat house, I was like, I need a break. But I think it's time to get back into it. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get these mounted. I keep losing my adhesive. I'm sure there it is. I'm like, I'm sure it's right in front of me. It always is. Just gonna come in with the stems and mount. The stems would have been a great thing to add our adhesive or our our adhesive sheets to. I did not do that. So we're going to cheat and grab a silicone pad. These are all mounted flat, and then we're going to pop up the panel. So we're going to do one going this way and one going the other way, and then one down the center. And we're going to put this on with dimensionals, as I said. Are you a minimalist when it comes to dimensionals, or do you like to make sure almost every spot is covered? What do you think I am? I do too. It is so pretty. And it's not, I try to show new stuff all the time for you. It's not often that I go back and repeat a stamp set, but I think I have done a lot with this one. For showing you guys stuff. I use my stamp sets all the time, repeatedly for my own personal stuff. And then I use the baker's twine, right? The Essentials Baker's Pack of twine. So I used that to tie the little bow because I wanted something a little bit neutral, right? And we're going to pop that on with a glue dot. So yes, you'll get tied bows in your kit with the baker's twine. You call it tea. You're so funny, Debbie. And these I did all in the Gorgeous Grape to pull in that background, right? And y'all know the rule of 3 if you're a stamper, or odd numbers. Actually, if you're a gardener, right? That's where I learned it. I'm not a gardener, but I have lots of friends that are gardeners, and I have ink on my hand. And I always tell my friends that stamp with me, if you have ink on your hand, then I know you're a true stamper. Because 95% of the time there's ink on my hands. And then this one, and you could stamp right on the basic beige. It's beautifully stamped on, but I did add a layer of basic white for those of you that like the white on the inside. And your kit may even come with a layer of a Gorgeous Grape to put in behind that, because I think that'll make it pop a little bit more. There is project number 3. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Okay. We are down to the last one. Can you believe it? Again, these are not intended to stress you out, make you go, oh my gosh, what did I do? None of that, right? We like pretty cards that we can share with our loved ones and not lose sleep over. And it took me a long time to get here, guys. I was always like, oh, gotta do something amazing. So here's a money-saving tip that I always like to share with you. This layer is going to be completely hidden, as is this layer, right? Because that beautiful designer series paper is obviously going to end up on, not upside down, hopefully, end up on top of it. So why not cut your die cuts out of the center? How many of you do that? And how many of you do it consistently? Because I forget. And then I'm like, darn it. But yeah, especially, I mean, we did have an increase in cardstock, let's face it, right? And so I'm looking for ways to minimize that impact and still give what I give when I do my events and my classes. So yeah, use those hidden layers, because let me tell you, nobody sees them. So yes, when you get yours, your hidden layers will look like this, because I will have die cut the dies from them, from the nested essential dies, right? Good, Corinne, that's good. This is my card base. I'm like, where's my card base? Yeah. And I used white on this one just because I wanted it to pop. I love the crumb cake. They don't call it crumb cake in the description of the colors that are included in this kit, but it's the closest thing I think we have to it. So I call it crumb cake. Look at that cute little piece of adhesive that just stretched itself right across that opening. Can you see that? Okay. So your dies from the nested essentials will be pre-cut in the kit for you. The dies that I'm going to use on top of them will not be, since they are part of the painted lavender products. And of course, the butterfly is part of the butterfly pack that you receive for free. Good. That's good. People. Again, you're funny, Debbie. I do love this. Okay, so these were just die cut. We have Pretty Peacock, Gorgeous Grape. This one I got to bring in. Uh-oh, and it's in my club bag. All right, let me see if I can get this one to work. Give me 1 second here, guys. I've got these fine tip glue bottles, and one works a little better than the other. And I had the good one sitting here, and then I grabbed it and took it up to club last night. And I do not have my readers here. So hitting this hole, oh, I did it. I did it. All right, see if we can get this to come out and grab this Post-it note. Yes, I can. All right, so we are going to use some liquid glue. Again, a great opportunity to use the adhesive sheets. That's another thing I rarely remember, and then I'm like, son of a gun. So if you get your kit and I've remembered, and you flip your cardstock over, well, no, you'll be die cutting this, so it won't be me doing that. So sure, it came out. Now it won't. And the way it's fighting me, we're just going to do a couple of spots here. And truthfully, you don't need to hit every petal, right? Or every leaf. But I do appreciate the fine tip. One of my team members gave me that. Because, I don't know, the Tombow kind of runs away when you use it, I think. And I'm not so worried even about getting the glue down on the stems, because the butterfly is going to go on top of it and help hold it in place. So I'm really just kind of wanting to anchor the flowers. Got to use all those tricks, right, to make life easier. And we're doing the same thing here. that I did with the stamped imagery, and I'm just crisscrossing. I might trim that stem off when we get there, since it goes so low. Crisscrossing the imagery. So again, if this class is calling to you and you don't have the painted label, you can add it during registration. You can also add the colors. The Lost Lagoon, I think, is one of the colors I stamped in, the Blackberry Bliss. The, okay, I know I put glue on there. The Highland Heather, etc. If you don't have those things, those are options to add to the class. There we go. Lots of different butterflies in the kit. I chose this guy because I think he's kind of cute. But I am only going to put adhesive down his body. Let's trim these just a little bit. There we go. I like to have the wings available to just lift a little bit, so I don't add adhesive to the wing, but you can. There's no rules in stamping. That's another thing I tell my crafty friends. There are no rules. They're like, oh, I didn't do it right. There's no rules. And if there's a mistake, it's not a mistake. It's an opportunity for creativity. So don't let crafting stress you out. There's so many other things in this world, and crafting is to be our escape, right? So don't let it stress you out. And then we're just going to add some gems down the center of the butterfly body. And you can choose whatever colors you like. I think I did all Gorgeous Grape on the first one. This one I'm going to add Highland Heather and the little dots and Gorgeous Grape in the big. And there we go. So let me pull all 4 projects back in. Again, this is my Creativity Delivered class this month. It is $35 plus postage. All the details are in the registration. Thank you, Sharon, so much for registering. So glad you like it. And voila, there are your 4 projects that you get with the class. Again, you're going to get supplies to make 2 of each, along with a package of the butterflies, a half a pack of the designer series paper, and a full package of the paper butterflies. So you will have your gems, your butterflies, and your designer series paper. If you don't already have the bundle, again, it's no longer a bundle, but you can order the stamp set and the dies with your registration. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this. I will be live Sunday night over on my Facebook page. If you do Facebook, come visit me there, and we'll do some simple stamping together. And then I'll be back here next Tuesday with some new product ideas. Have a great day and a great week, and be safe. Thanks so much. Bye.